magical about walking into a home filled with antique cream tones, vintage gingham patterns, weathered wood, and soft cottage lighting. It instantly slows your heartbeat and makes the world outside feel quieter. In today's fast-moving world filled with sleek minimalism and cold modern spaces, people are searching YouTube for cozy cottage decor, modern farmhouse living, and Americana home inspiration more than ever because they crave emotional comfort. This style is not just decorating, it's storytelling. And in today's video, we're diving deep into why classic Americana cottage decor feels timeless, welcoming, and deeply personal. So grab your coffee, settle into your favorite chair, and stay until the end because these ideas may completely transform how you see your home. And if you love vintage-inspired decorating, cozy farmhouse charm, and cottage or aesthetics, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share your favorite decor style in the comments below. Classic Americana decor is rooted in nostalgia, tradition, and simplicity. It reminds us of Sunday mornings, homemade pies cooling on the kitchen counter, lace curtains fluttering in open windows, and family heirlooms passed down for generations. Unlike trendy interiors that come and go, Americana cottage decor feels emotionally anchored. Gingham textiles, antique cream furniture, distressed cabinets, and vintage quilts create a layered atmosphere that tells a story. According to growing interior trends focused on slow living and personalized homes, more homeowners are returning to decor that feels collected instead of manufactured. That emotional authenticity is exactly why this aesthetic continues dominating farmhouse decor searches on YouTube and Pinterest today. Gingham is one of those rare patterns that feels both playful and elegant at the same time. Whether it's soft red checks in a country kitchen or muted beige gingham layered across cottage bedding, this timeless textile immediately creates warmth. The beauty of gingham lies in its familiarity. It reminds us of picnic blankets, farmhouse curtains, vintage aprons, and cozy family kitchens. Modern designers are reintroducing checkerboard and gingham patterns into contemporary interiors because they bridge the gap between classic and modern living. The pattern feels approachable rather than intimidating, and that's why gingham farmhouse decor and vintage cottage interiors are exploding across home decor content online. It's nostalgic without feeling outdated, and comforting without trying too hard. While bright white interiors once dominated modern farmhouse design, antique cream has emerged as the warmer, softer alternative. Cream tones create a welcoming glow that instantly makes spaces feel lived in and relaxed. Unlike stark white, antique cream reflects natural light in a way that feels gentle and romantic. It pairs beautifully with aged wood, brass accents, linen fabrics, and vintage-inspired decor pieces. Designers are increasingly embracing earthy palettes and comforting neutrals because homeowners are craving emotionally warm spaces instead of sterile perfection. Antique cream creates that exact atmosphere. It transforms kitchens into gathering spaces, bedrooms into retreats, and living rooms into cozy sanctuaries that feel deeply personal and timeless. The cottage kitchen is the soul of classic Americana decorating. Imagine cream cabinets with chipped edges, open wooden shelves displaying ironstone pitchers, gingham cafe curtains, copper cookware, and fresh flowers sitting beside antique crocks. It feels welcoming because it celebrates imperfection. The beauty of cottage kitchens is that they look curated slowly over time rather than purchased all at once. Vintage-inspired kitchens are trending because people want spaces that encourage gathering, conversation, and comfort instead of cold functionality. Searches for cozy cottage kitchen, farmhouse kitchen decor, and vintage kitchen inspiration continue growing because viewers connect emotionally with these lived-in spaces. A cottage kitchen doesn't just feed people, it creates memories. One reason Americana cottage interiors feel so rich and inviting is because of texture layering. Linen tablecloths, woven baskets, distressed wood, cotton gingham, aged metals, vintage quilts, and soft lace details all work together to create depth. Modern interior trends call this refined layering, where homes feel curated and personal instead of overly themed. Texture adds emotional warmth. A room filled only with smooth surfaces can feel cold and lifeless, but layered fabrics and vintage materials create visual comfort. This is why so many successful home decor YouTubers focus on tactile styling. Viewers don't just want beauty anymore. They want homes that feel touchable, comforting, and emotionally grounding. Antique cream cottage decor shines brightest when paired with vintage furniture pieces carrying visible character. Weathered hutches, spindle-leg tables, old rocking chairs, and distressed dressers create a sense of history modern furniture often lacks. Designers increasingly celebrate imperfections like worn edges and faded finishes because they make homes feel authentic. Every scratch and faded paint mark tells a story. That emotional storytelling is what makes vintage Americana interiors so powerful. Instead of looking like a showroom, these homes feel deeply lived in. And honestly, isn't that what we all want? A home that feels meaningful rather than temporary. A true Americana-inspired living room doesn't feel staged, it feels welcoming. Overstuffed cream sofas, plaid or gingham throw pillows, antique lamps, stacked books, woven blankets, and vintage artwork create a room that practically begs people to sit down and stay a while. Today's homeowners are moving away from stiff, formal interiors and leaning into slow-living spaces designed for comfort and relaxation. That's exactly why cozy cottage living rooms dominate social media home tours. They represent emotional escape. They remind us that homes are supposed to comfort us, not impress strangers. Nostalgia is one of the biggest driving forces behind the Cottagecore and Americana movement. When viewers see antique cream kitchens or red gingham tablecloths, they often remember grandparents, family traditions, or childhood homes. Interior design experts explain that nostalgia creates emotional security during uncertain times. That's why these interiors feel so powerful. They reconnect us with warmth, tradition, and emotional grounding. Decorating with Americana style is not about copying the past perfectly. It's about preserving the feeling of comfort and belonging. Handmade decor pieces are becoming more desirable because they add soul to a space. Quilts, hand-thrown pottery, embroidered linens, vintage signs, and woven baskets instantly make homes feel more personal. In a world filled with mass production, handcrafted pieces feel authentic and meaningful. This growing appreciation for craftsmanship explains why DIY farmhouse decor and handmade cottage decor continue trending heavily on YouTube. People want homes that feel unique rather than duplicated from catalogs. Handmade details create emotional intimacy within a room, and that's exactly what Classic Americana decor does best. One of the secrets behind beautiful Americana cottage homes is that nothing looks overly perfect or forced. Decor is layered slowly through flea market finds, antique stores, estate sales, and treasured heirlooms. Vintage pictures, old books, weathered frames, and aged candlesticks create that collected over time aesthetic designers love. This decorating philosophy encourages creativity because every home becomes deeply personal. It's not about copying trends exactly, it's about curating pieces that feel emotionally connected to your life and memories. You don't need a huge farmhouse to embrace Americana cottage style. Even tiny apartments can feel warm and nostalgic with thoughtful details. A gingham table runner, cream-colored lampshade, antique mirror, or vintage floral arrangement can completely change the atmosphere of a room. Small space cottage decorating has become incredibly popular because viewers love seeing realistic transformations. Cozy apartment decor and small cottage home ideas perform well because they feel attainable. The beauty of this style is that it works through emotion and layering, not square footage. vintage bedrooms are making a major comeback because people want restful, comforting environments. Soft cream bedding, floral quilts, gingham pillows, vintage bedside tables, and warm lighting create bedrooms that feel peaceful and restorative. Modern life is overstimulating, so cozy bedroom aesthetics are becoming increasingly important in home design. Layered textiles and vintage-inspired decor make these spaces feel deeply calming. More homeowners are rejecting cold, overly minimal bedrooms in favor of emotionally comforting retreats that encourage true rest and relaxation. One reason Americana cottage decor remains timeless is because it transitions beautifully through every season. In spring, fresh flowers and pastel gingham feel cheerful and airy. Summer welcomes patriotic touches, striped linens, and picnic-inspired styling. Autumn brings warm plaid throws, antique lanterns, and rich earthy tones. Winter transforms cottage interiors into cozy havens filled with candlelight, pine garlands, and vintage quilts. Seasonal decorating keeps homes feeling fresh while maintaining their timeless character. That versatility is why cottage farmhouse aesthetics continue thriving year after year. The best Americana interiors balance old and new effortlessly. Too much vintage can feel cluttered, while too much modern can feel cold. The magic happens when antique cream hutches meet modern lighting, or when rustic wood tables pair with contemporary neutral walls. Designers consistently emphasize balancing nostalgia with functionality. This combination keeps cottage decor feeling fresh rather than outdated. It allows homeowners to preserve emotional warmth while still creating practical, livable spaces for modern life. There's a reason cozy farmhouse and cottage or videos perform so well online. Viewers are emotionally exhausted from fast-paced digital culture and visually overwhelmed by hypermodern interiors. Americana cottage decor offers visual comfort. It slows people down. Videos featuring warm lighting, gingham textiles, antique cream kitchens, and cozy home tours feel therapeutic to watch. Searches for slow living home decor and cozy farmhouse inspiration continue rising because viewers crave peace, familiarity, and authenticity in the content they consume. The greatest strength of Americana cottage decor is that it makes people feel welcome immediately. Nothing feels intimidating. Guests feel comfortable sitting down, grabbing a blanket, and staying a while. The best homes are not necessarily the most expensive, they're the ones that create emotional warmth. Simple touches like fresh flowers, warm lighting, antique frames, layered linens, and soft colors can completely transform the feeling of a home. Hospitality is truly at the center of this decorating style, and that's why it continues resonating with so many people today. Perhaps the most beautiful lesson behind classic Americana decorating is that homes should reflect personal stories, memories, and emotions. Your home doesn't need to follow every trend perfectly. It should feel comforting, meaningful, and authentic to you. Whether it's a treasured quilt from your grandmother, an antique cream cabinet found at a flea market, or gingham curtains you sewed yourself, those details create emotional connection. The homes we remember most are rarely perfect. They're the ones filled with warmth, personality, and love. At the end of the day, Classic Americana cottage decor reminds us of something deeply human, our desire for comfort, connection, and belonging. Gingham patterns, antique cream tones, weathered wood, vintage treasures, and cozy layered textures create homes that feel emotionally safe and timeless. In a constantly changing world, this style offers familiarity and peace. That's why it continues inspiring millions across YouTube, Pinterest, and home decor communities everywhere. So if this video inspired you to bring more warmth and nostalgia into your own home, make sure you subscribe for more cozy farmhouse and cottage decor inspiration. Don't forget to like this video and tell me in the comments which Americana cottage detail makes your home feel most like home.